Duffy's ascent to the top of the US Xterra Pro Series has been nothing shy of meteoric, and has also been a stunning revelation to all of our coaches.
Coming out of Worlds last year where she was third, I think we really understood that we found a really special niche for her, a really special place for her in the sport of triathlon. But some of the things she's done this year, just her ability to ride so incredibly well, and she's running so well off the bike, I think that surprised all of us a little bit. Not in how fast she's gone, but how quickly she got that fast this year.
Much of Duffy's success this year can be attributed to her newfound passion for off-road triathlon.
One of the things about Xterra, and myself and Neil, her main coach, have both found this personally ourselves, is Xterra is a lot of fun. It's when you've been doing the same type of racing for a long time, like Flora has, ITU Olympic racing, it can be a bit stale, can get a little old, and I think Xterra brought a lot more fun back into the sport for her, reminded her of why she was doing it in the first place. And because of that, big old smile on her face, and she really enjoys it, and I think we all race a little bit better and do a little better at our job when we're happy. And I feel like that happiness has come into not only her racing but her personal life too. And she's a happy young woman right now, and reflects because she's a great racer right now too.
Being based in Boulder, Colorado, provides Duffy with ideal conditions to train in, which has its advantages.
I couldn't imagine being based anywhere else. I mean, first of all, you're at altitude, which is great for training. And I'm sure, as you've seen, Boulder is beautiful, and you have the Flatirons just behind us. I'm based mainly out of Rally Sport Athletic Club, which has a pool, a gym. My coach works out of here. So I just have a great environment around me that can just inspire me to train harder and race well. There's also great roads for riding. There's a bunch of other triathletes here to train with. Yeah, it's just like this perfect little pocket in the US for athletes to train and to achieve their goals.
Duffy is one of two Bermudian triathletes based in Boulder, Colorado, the other being Tyler Butterfield, who has also enjoyed success on the world stage this year.
You know, it's funny, we don't actually see each other that much here. I think our lives are very different. We're in very different places in our lives. You know, Tyler is married with 2 kids. He also lives way up the canyon on top of this massive hill, which I actually practically rode to today. So, you know, his schedule is around, you know, revolves around training and kids and his wife, Nikki, which keeps them pretty, you know, wrapped up and busy, whereas I'm obviously don't have kids and a husband to keep me busy or whatever. So, you know, we cross paths here and there, and it's always great to see him.
As one might expect, Duffy uses Butterfield's success at the ITU level as motivation to always put her best foot forward.
He's from Bermuda and he's out here, and I'm like, well, if Tyler can do that, then maybe I can too, you know? I mean, he's extremely talented, and I know we'll go on to do really great things at Kona, hopefully this year or maybe next year and the years to come. So yeah, definitely seeing him do well inspires me to train harder and race well too. And it's always nice because, you know, through Twitter or whatever, we can always follow each other's results and send a congratulatory message or a good luck message or whatever. So I think we're very well supportive of each other.
Duffy competed in her first triathlon at a young age and has never looked back.
I did my first triathlon, I believe at 8 years old, is the Iron Kids triathlon, which still goes on today in Bermuda. I did that, and then I won my age group, like on my little mountain bike, and joined the triathlon club and had a great group of friends, and kind of just went from there, did it for fun, and I think my parents liked it because it kept me busy and active. If I was to pick out a few from growing up in Bermuda that really, I'd say, laid the foundations to allow me to reach where I am now, would first of all be Troy Custodio. He was my first PE teacher at Port Royal, and he was a running fanatic and started a run club, and that really, you know, I took off in that and became the runner. And so Troy Custodio, Neil DeSinqua, he started Tri-Heads. That was a local triathlon club that I would go to. And then also Steve Burgess. Later on, I would run with Steve quite a lot. We trained for the Front Street Mile and run around the Botanical Gardens, probably from the ages of 10 to 15. He coached me and was really instrumental in my career, and he's just such a positive and great person that it just inspired me, and I just loved running and I loved training with him. And so yeah, I'd say they would be the three most instrumental people.
Duffy is delighted to see the sport of triathlon thriving in Bermuda.
Given Bermuda is so small, I think we have a really great triathlon community. You know, there's loads of local triathlons going on. The Tri-Heads, the junior club still exists, and I know loads of kids go to that. And I think it's just difficult when you get to 15 or 16 and you really need to make the commitment to really want the dream of racing professionally. You know, you have to, I think, get out of Bermuda and get to somewhere where you can compete against other kids your own age of the same level, which is only gonna help you move up that next level and, you know, just get better as an athlete. But in terms of just locally participation and everything, I mean, it's fantastic. There's loads of people that turn out for the local races, and there seems to be more and more each year, and very well supported in terms of sponsorship. No, and I get a lot of support from the local triathlon community, so I think it's great. I would love to see more young Bermudians who have this aspiration to race at this level to pursue it. I mean, you may as well. I can guarantee you that whatever you have to miss out on, you know, the little things to race at a certain level and achieve success will be outweighed as soon as you do a race and you achieve the result you wanted. It's just like there's no other feeling.
Asked whether she regards herself as a role model, Duffy replied,
You know, if I speak with my parents or friends that have followed my career closely, and you know, they're like, you know, Flora, you are a great role model for any, you know, young girl in triathlon or young girl in Bermuda. So I guess, yeah, being, I think, a successful athlete, a component of that is being a role model to the younger generation. You know, I've worked hard and to achieve my dream, and there's been a lot of you know, dedication and missing out on other things, and just really working hard to achieve what I want to achieve. So I suppose in a roundabout way, I guess I am a role model, even though I don't like to label myself as that.
Duffy reckons she has at least another 5 years remaining in her career.
I think Rio would probably be my last Olympics. That would be my third one, and I mean, how many Olympics does one need to go to, really? And I'm hoping that one goes great, and I can be like, okay, well, good. Now I can move on with my life a little bit. So if I stopped racing at that sort of level, it depends how Xterra goes, and you know, a lot of it depends on like what sponsorship I have, how well I'm doing, because obviously comes a point, it's like, well, yeah, this is great and I love this, but you obviously need to be earning a certain amount of money to maintain a lifestyle or to just kind of grow as a person, and you reach a certain age and like, well, I should probably take more responsibility here and get a proper job. But I'd say I have at least another 5 years left in. I'll get to at least 30 and then reassess things.